Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends. Now in previous video we have studied a numerical based on a simple pole. Now today also we are going to study a numerical based on a simple pole. Now look at the question first. Question is, find out a partial fraction expansion and then hence inverse Laplace transform following function. The question is x of s is equal to s square plus 2s minus 2. In denominator we have s plus 2, s minus 3. Basically, a partial fraction expansion is given. There is no need to consider on this because in all the type of inverse Laplace, inverse z or inverse Fourier transform, we have to take the help of partial fraction. So don't worry, first of all, we'll go through the solution first. Now, our x of s is s square plus 2s minus 2 and in denominator we have s plus 2 and s minus 3. Now, we have done the same thing in previous video also. The number of poles equal to number of variables. Here we have 3 poles, which means we have to place 3 different variables and the same variables I am going to take a, b, c. You can choose any different variables, notations for that. Now, our x of s is now, as I told you, here we have a 3 poles, which means we have to place 3 different variables. A by s, b for s plus 2 and c for s minus 3. Now, we have to find out the values of a, b, c so that it will be easiest way to find out inverse Laplace transform of x of t. That's why we take the help of a partial fraction. Let's say this is my equation number now, 1. Now multiply this denominator which is placed on left hand side on right hand side. So what will be there on the left hand side? Only the numerator part. Now look at it. First of all, I'll multiply this whole denominator with a. What will get? This s and this s will get cancelled. So a will be multiplied with s plus 2 and s minus 3. Now do the same thing with b. Just multiply this denominator on b or with b. So s plus 2, s2 plus 2 will get cancelled. Now multiply the same denominator with b. So that you can see that here s plus 2 and s plus 2 will get cancelled. We have only s and s minus 3 and that will be multiplied with b only. So I'm going to write s into s minus 3. Now the third part is c. Here in the denominator we have s minus 3. So after multiplying s minus 3 will get cancelled and we have only s into s plus 2. Now what is important? We have to find out the values of a, b and c. Now I had told you in the previous video also. Now we have to find out the values of a, b and c. What is important? Whenever we want to find out a variable value, let's say I have to calculate the value of a. Then which value of s placed in the denominator? Just equate this s value with a 0 so that you will get the value of s. Now after equating s with a 0, the s value is 0. Now substitute s equal to 0 in this equation. Let's say this is my equation number 2. After substituting, what you will get? This product or this part will become 0 and this part will become 0. Only you will get the value of a. After a, we will calculate the value for b. Now what is placed in denominator of b? S plus 2. So simply equate s plus 2 with a 0. What we will get? S is equals to minus 2. Now substitute s equals to minus 2 in this equation number 2. What we will get? All the s plus 2 will gives us a value 0. So a part and c part becomes 0. We'll get the value for b only. Now in short, what I want to say is, whenever you want to find out the value for a or b or c, just equate the respective denominator equal to 0 and find out the value of s from it. Whatever output you will get, just substitute that s value in equation 2 so that automatically you will get a value of particular variables. Now I'll substitute value s equal to 0 to find out value for variable a. Now what I'm going to do, I have to calculate value of A. For that we need to substitute value s equal to 0 in equation number 2. This is our equation number 2. Just substitute s equal to 0. So these two terms will become 0 or replaced by 0. Now what we'll get on left hand side, we will get only minus 2. Now look at here, all this s will be replaced by 0. Now s into anything gives us 0. Here also s into anything gives us 0 because s value is 0. Now look at it, what we have, 3 2s are 6, we'll get minus 6 into A. Therefore, after shifting this minus 6 on the left hand side, we get minus 2 by minus 6. We can say that minus minus will get cancelled and 2 by 6 is nothing but 1 by 3. So my A value is 1 by 3. Now we'll calculate the value for B. I'll tell you the third shortcut. Which term is absent in this term, product form? S plus 2 was absent. So equate S plus 2 equal to 0. What we will get? S equals to minus 2. So substitute or put S equals to minus 2 in equation number 2. The same system I'm going to write over here. Now what I said, substitute S equals to minus 2. So what we will get? S square, which means minus 2 square is 4. Now this s is also replaced by minus 2. So minus 2 into 2 will get us minus 4. And this minus 2 is as it is. Now look at here. If we substitute or if we replace this s by minus 2, then this whole product will or whole bracket becomes 0 and A into 0 will gives us a 0. But first of all, I will only write a 0. Now look at here. Only this s is replaced by minus 2. And here also this s will also get replaced by minus 2. Minus 2 minus 3 will gives us a minus 5. Now in case of C, here we replace s, here this s is replaced by minus 2. Minus 2 plus 2 will gives us 0. So C is multiplied with 0. Now here 4 minus 4 is 0. And so we'll have only minus 2 on the left hand side. A into 0 is also 0. C into 0 is also 0. So on right hand side we have minus 2 into minus 5 into V, which gives us plus 10. Now just shift this 10 on the left hand side. What we will get? Minus 2 by 10. Answer is minus 1 by 5. Now we will do the same thing to find out value of C. Now just tell me which value you are going to substitute for S. Look at here. In C, here in the bracket or in the product, S minus 3 is absent. So simply equate that S minus 3 equal to 0. What will get? S equals to plus 3. So replace all the S by plus 3. Now let's see the solution first. Now just put s equals to 3 in equation number 2. Here we have s square, so 3 square is 9. Here we have 2 into s, so 3 2s are 6 and the minus 2 was also there. Now in A and B we have the term, a product term, or in product we have s minus 3. If that s is replaced by 3, so 3 will get cancelled, which will gives us a 0 value. So now in next step I'm not going to write the A and B value. So now in next step A into 0 and B into 0 is 0, so I'm not going to write A and B value. Now look at here, 3 plus 2 is 5 and 5 3s are 15. So C is multiplied by 15, but on left hand side we have 9 plus 6 15 minus 2 will gives us a 13. On the right hand side we have only 15C. So what we will get? The C value is now 13 by 15. Now substitute all the ABC value in equation number 1. What we will get? So after substituting values of a, b, c in equation number 1, this a is replaced by 1 by 3, this b was replaced by minus 1 by 5, so minus sign I have taken common, or you can say I have multiplied this minus sign with a plus sign. Now here the c was replaced by, is now replaced by 13 by 15. Now what we want, we have to find out inverse Laplace transform, because in question it is mentioned find the inverse Laplace transform, or if you apply inverse Laplace transform on both the sides, then your equation will be now in time signals. Now this was our x of s. Now I'm going to apply inverse Laplace transform on both the sides of this equation. So after applying inverse Laplace transform on left hand side, the x of s is represented by x of t. Now here the 1 by 3 is constant, so I'll write first, and now what we will get, after removing 1 by 3 we have only 1 by s, and 1 by s, the inverse Laplace of 1 by s is nothing but my unit step u of t. Here also I will take 1 by 5 common because it's a constant. Now 1 upon s plus 2 will be there. We know that if the s is replaced by s plus 2, or you can say if the s is delayed or whatever advanced by 2 or any value, then the frequency shifting property we have to use. According to frequency shifting property, if any input is multiplied by exponential function, then the frequency will be shifted in Laplace domain. Here the frequency is advanced or delayed, or you can say shifted by 2. Now we know that in frequency shifting property, whenever if we want to shift a frequency in Laplace domain, then we will always multiply the input with exponential term. Now here the frequency was shifted by 2, which means we have to multiply this 2 with a t, which is present in the power of exponential term. But if we have a plus 2 sign over here, then I will place a minus sign. We have to place opposite side. You will get this proof if you refer or if you go through the properties of Laplace transform. Now we'll move on to next. Now after removing these two, what we will get? 1 by s, and we know that inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s is unit step. Now 13 by 15 I will write first because it's a constant. Again we have a minus 3. So we can use the shifting property, frequency shifting property. Here we have a minus 3, means what? We have to multiply this t by plus 3. And 1 by s is nothing but unit step. Now take all the u of t common. And this is our result. You can stop here also, but if you want, then you can take u of t common. Now this is our result. Now if you want, then you can take u of t common, otherwise you can stop here also. Now what is important? Important one is you should know how to apply a partial fraction on numericals. And then the important one is which property is placed in question or used in question. If you have the enough idea, then you can solve the answer in time domain. Now you should know how to use a partial fraction expansion, and the second much more important, which property was used in question. And if you know all these steps, then you can easily apply inverse Laplace transform on x of s. So that's all for now. We will study next numericals in next video, but for that stay tuned with Ekeeda and subscribe Ekeeda for further more videos. Thank you so much.